Welcome, welcome. I'm Sophia from Lipstick Junkie Forever, and I'm here to break the news that Sephora's having yet another sale. I kid you not. And it's starting this Friday, so in just a couple of days. I'm not going to waste any of your time. I'm going to tell you what the details are. Then I'm going to give you some of the recommendations that I have. A lot of these things are new to me, or I've bought during the sale recently, and I've been trying them and loving them. And then I'm going to go over a couple of things that I actually am going to buy. I'm going to be reading the details of the sale off my phone, so please bear with me. I just don't want to miss anything. Okay, so this is called the Beauty for All event, and unlike the last sale, the holiday savings event, everybody, regardless of tier, can save 20% off a single order. It's not a single item, but a single purchase. So if you have 10 items in your cart and you hit purchase, that literally will apply to that. The code is Get Gifting. And also, everybody will get 30% off all Sephora collection items. The sale starts this Friday on December 2nd, and is going to be going all the way through December 11th, which is not this Sunday, but the Sunday after that. The first item I'm going to talk about is the Natasha Denona Retro Glam palette. I am sure that you've seen tons of reviews. I got this during the holiday savings event, but I just did not have the opportunity to review it. Now, I don't have and never had the Retro Glam mini palette. It just wasn't as attractive to me as this palette was. So when I saw the color story, I had to have it. And I'm so glad I own it because I've done a whole bunch of looks with this palette just to see how it works. I didn't want to just wind up saddled with an expensive palette I didn't love. And I actually wanted to review it, and I never got to review it in full. I will still do some looks with it, but I love this palette. It's so beautiful. Every look that I've created with this palette has been equally stunning as the other ones that I've done. And all of them are beautiful and stunning. I think this palette is both winter and somehow fall appropriate, but also spring appropriate. This is going to be a palette that serves you well for a very long time, but it is expensive. You do pay for the Natasha Denona name and formula. It's $69 at retail, so saving 20% off will get you down to $55 and some change. I think it's, let me check. It's 55 and 20 cents. So that's a pretty big difference. And at that point, getting a 15 pound eyeshadow palette from Natasha Denona is actually a pretty good deal. Highly recommend this one. Please don't sleep on this one. Get it. It is currently in stock. All the items I will be talking about will be in stock as of the recording of this video. The next item I want to talk about is the Charlotte Tilbury Beautifying Face Palette. Who is surprised by this? Nobody's going to be surprised by this because all I can do is sing its praises. I almost bought this as a gift for my sister, but she doesn't really use highlighters, so it would be completely lost on her. But I really think that if you like blushes, highlighters, different tones, you really should go for this because it is actually one of those palettes that I go to, face palettes that I go to, that is just foolproof. If I know that I want a specific look without having to tinker around with it too much, I go to this palette, and I love it so much. I mean, can you see? I've basically removed the embossing, the pillow talk embossing, and it's not that old in my collection, and I bought a lot of other blushes just this season alone. So I really recommend this palette. And if you're into the I'm cold look trend that's going on right now on TikTok, this blush would work beautifully for that. Even if you're fair, you can probably build that up so you can go a little bit more boldly on your cheeks, and maybe on your nose, and then a little bit more lightly around your temples, as people are doing, because some blushes can be a little bit too pigmented. But I really love this palette. It is $75 at retail, and a 20% off will be $60. So that's also pretty good, savings wise. That means that you're essentially paying $15 per each of these pans, and each of these pans has 4 grams of product, or almost 4 grams of product. And since I was just discussing that cold makeup trend that's going on right now, I really want to recommend this particular shade of the LYS Cream Blush. This is in the shade Empower. And now, while this particular pan is not available, this little tiny baby blush, because this came from that limited edition trio that they had, this particular shade is permanent in their line. Again, this is the shade Empower. Now, in full size, this blush is $16. After taking 20% off, you're going to be paying just under $13. $8. I really think it's a beautiful blush. It is what I'm wearing today. I'm fully aware of the fact that this doesn't actually work for the eye look that I went with, but I really wanted to show you how that works. Let me see if I can swatch it for you. Yeah, the swatch is coming out terrible, but you see how pigmented it is. So it can work on people of deeper skin tone, but it can absolutely be sheared out if you're mindful of how you're doing it. With either a sponge or just a brush. Just take on a little bit. As you can see, I was able to make it work, and this is the blush that I'm wearing today. I don't know why I keep swatching and rubbing it, but you can see what it looks like. If I was able to make it work, and I wear foundations in the shade fair or maybe even fair to light, very rarely can I pull off light. That's usually my fake tan shade. If I was able to make it work, you will be able to make it work. And if you've been watching me with any regularity, you know I'm not done with the blush recommendations, because I really want to recommend the Patrick Ta Double Take Cream and Powder Blush Duos. These are beautiful. By the way, I am not recommending the blush palette. I'm recommending the duos, and in particular the shade, which is the shade She's Blushing. I love this one. And I love this one because you get two formulas in one. You get the cream at the top, which has, by the way, a small window that I'm covering up, and like I just let it drop, and then it has the powder on the bottom. And these are complementary shades. They're not exactly identical. You get enough product to really last you a very long time. And I think this is really well suited for anybody who travels a lot or has a small collection. It's actually suitable for everybody. But if you're only looking to buy one blush and you want to try cream but don't necessarily want to buy a ton of cream stuff, this is going to be ideal. This retails for $34, so I think with the 20% off, it's going to be $27.20. There we go, $27.20. So highly recommended. I love this one. I'm going to be traveling soon, and I'm going to actually just take this one with me. As much as I love the Charlotte Tilbury one, it is still a bigger palette, while this one gives me everything I need. The next item I want to recommend is the Laguna Bronzing Creams. I absolutely love this one. I have the shade Laguna 01, and I find that it is a perfect bronzer for fairer skin tones. It's got just enough warmth to actually give you that warmth to the skin, but it's cool enough to not be overpowering on fair skin tones. You can see how much I use. I love this stuff so much. I also like the Charlotte Tilbury cream bronzer that she came out with, but that one in the shade light or fair, the lightest shade that they have, is too cool toned. It's actually borderline contour shade on me, so I don't like that one as much. I have that one in the shade 2 medium, but then that's too deep for me for this time of year. So that means that this Laguna one, literally Laguna 1, is perfect for me because it gives me warmth. I'm wearing it today. I don't know if you can see it because there's so much blush on my face. It gives me the perfect amount of warmth without overpowering my makeup and my skin tone. The next item I want to recommend is the Skin Fix Your Barrier Protector set. This is actually my backup set. This is the second set I purchased because I already have this set. I bought it during the Sephora Holiday Savings event that just happened a month ago, and I loved it so much that I needed a backup. So this comes with a full size of the Triple Lipid Peptide Cream. Let me show it to you. This is what it comes with. This is from my original set. This one I'm using already. So it comes with a full size of this, which retails for $52. And then it also comes with a refill, which retails for $42. And then it also comes with a hand cream that's hanging out in one of my coats. So the set costs $60. So it's already a steal, but 20% off makes it $48. So I highly recommend this set. It's a beautiful cream. It works really, really nicely, especially now that I started my tretinoin journey again. I literally had to buy a backup of something that I already own. And this is not, sorry, it's like not even showing it the correct way, but this is not the only lotion or cream that I own. I love this stuff and I highly recommend it. The next item I want to recommend is the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in the shade Whatever Walnut. I am wearing it on my lips right now. I actually took off whatever I had on in the previous parts of this video just to put this on. I really love it. I love it so much that I bought a backup of it the moment I tried it on. It does look a little bit darker because I'm wearing it at night and there are ring lights on me, but it does show a little bit more pink during the day. I really love it. I'm not kidding. The moment I tried it on, when I bought it during the holiday savings event and I bought it on day one, I finished applying it and I bought it immediately to pick up the next day because I did not want it to sell out. Absolutely love it. It is currently in stock. I really recommend that you purchase it. And since I just talked about a lip liner, I'm going to talk about two more. Plus, it's going to be a great segue into the Sephora collection because these are both Sephora collection Rouge gel lip liners. I have them in the shades Dress to the 90s, which is this cool toned taupe, and then Crème de la Crème, which is this more warm toned shade right here. I absolutely love these. They're beautiful. They're smooth on the lips. They apply and last for the whole day. Well, with some reapplication because I do eat throughout the day. So I highly recommend these. They're really inexpensive. I think they're like $13 each or so, and then they become around $10 or less after the sale. Whatever that number is, this is super affordable to begin with, but even more so after the sale. And since we're talking about the Sephora collection products, I really want to recommend this Sephora collection Best Skin Ever Concealer. This is really beautiful. It is full coverage and it is super thin. I don't know how they do it, but they do it, and they do it for $15 at retail, which means that at 30% off, you're going to be paying just above $10. I highly recommend this one. It's really thin, rarely settles in the lines that I have under my eyes. Really beautiful. Really, really love it. I super recommend it. I have it in the shade 03P, but I think I want to get it in the 04N, which is I think neutral for fair skin tones, and I'm going to be super excited. It's lovely. And the last thing I want to recommend is this Good Girl Gone Bad by Kilian perfume. I really love this one. I love it for the fall. It's been beautiful. It's got notes of tuberose, orange blossom, osmanthus. And if you don't know, I seem to love orange blossom and tuberose notes because my other fragrances are pretty much basically that. Really, really think this is beautiful, but it's really expensive, which is why I own it in this travel size. This is $48, so if you're saving 20%, that's quite a lot, especially since by Kilian perfumes just don't go on sale, generally speaking. I think that if you love fragrances such as Armani's My Way or Dosan by Diptyque, which are two of my absolute favorite fragrances right now, along with this one, I think you're going to love this one, and I think you should probably take a chance on it because 20% off is a lot of money. And the rest of the items I'm going to be talking about are on my wish list. They're actually in my cart already, so I'm going to be reading through my cart and letting you know what I'm considering. And I'm going to be popping up the pictures right here so you can see them as well. So the first item I'm considering is the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Baking Powder and Setting Powder. Loose baking and setting powder in a shade Sugar Cookie. This is for fair to tan skin tones and neutral undertones for ultra brightening. I don't know if I want ultra brightening, but I am really, really curious to try this, and I would like to save money as I'm doing so because it retails for $35. So saving 20% off on that will land me at $28. So that's pretty good. The next item I'm considering is the Sephora Collection 12-Hour Contour Pencil Eyeliner in the shade Coconut. I have this eyeliner in two other shades. I can't remember. I think it's Slate and Midnight. And I love them. Love them so much that I am really, really dying to have this particular one in my collection. The next item I'm considering, and actually I don't think I'm even considering it, I think I'm 110% getting it, is this Ellis Brooklyn Myth Maker gift set. Now this comes with a full size and travel size of their Myth fragrance as well as a cosmetics baggie, and it retails for $105. Now, here's the interesting thing. The full size of this fragrance also retails for $105. So I'm essentially getting that travel size for free, and that travel size retails for $32. So by not only purchasing it this way, but also on top of that, using 20% off on that, I'm going to be paying $84 for that whole set. And I love it. I love saving money and getting something that I want, and I'm really excited. I think that this sale is going to be the sale where I will basically be buying the last bits that I was looking for this fall, winter, whatever you want to call it. I basically have everything. I'm stocked up on everything. I'm really excited. And that's it. That was my wish list as well as my recommendations. Please let me know if you're interested in any of these items, if you're interested in actually participating in the sale, or even let me know what you recommend that I pick up, because sometimes I just don't know and I don't want to start experimenting left, right, and center. Just either way, let me know, and I will see you in my next video. Ta-ta!